Good morning, warriors. Good morning, warriors. Welcome to the lesson 2. Today we are going to continue still working on this information. Today we are going to talk about Darwin's finches. And the lesson starts with one question. Why were the beaks of birds living on the Galapagos Island studying? So it's going to talk about the kind of species of birds in Galapagos Island. So I'm going to give you other video that is going to help you about the information of this topic, and I'm going to try just to read the most important information, but the thing is that you have to watch the other video because it's going to help you about the information you need. So in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, near of the equator, in west of equator, lay the Galapagos Islands, right? The islands. These volcanic islands are the site of studies, right, done by scientist Charles Darwin. His research there led to the creation of his most well-known theories. So, about this is the reading about the Galapagos Islands and the kind of species of birds and animals we can find there. Finches, small sparrow-like bird, live on the islands, right? With the help of the college, Darwin learned that there were 13 different species of finches. 13, right? On the island, right? The birds were all about the same size and they had similar coloring. The main difference that Darwin noticed was in the bird's beaks, right? In the beaks. Do you know what is the beak, right? So Darwin came to the conclusion that all the different species of finches had an ancestor, right? In common. He believed that over time that they developed different types of beaks of the sweet, right? Different meats. Some had breaks that were sweet for crushing, right? Which will be useful for eating seeds. Other had rasping bakes of cool twigs of thorns and use them as a tool to pull insects from the branches, right? You are going to look in the dictionary for the words that you don't understand. For example, these, right? For example, I don't know what other word, beaks, right? If you understand, you can investigate and copy in your notebook. Okay, even though the Galapagos finches have the beaks that allow them to eat special food, their general eating habits, right, don't vary that much from species to species. Instead of that, they are able to survive difficult times, such as times of drought or intense competition, right? Do you know what does mean? This is when we don't have water, right? So birds have to follow or go to other places with water, right? Because of their specialized beaks, right? Darwin's study of the finches led to his theory of natural selection. He believed that certain traits or characteristics in a species make it better able to survive. Over time, in many generations, the traits that benefits the animals become more common. For example, a certain type of color in a moth might protect it for predators. According to Darwin's, future generations of the moth will have this coloring because it helps the species survive. So the investigation of Darwin about this kind of birds is very important, right? Similar characteristic or similar traits, but about when he say competition, he's talking about the different in the when the weather change and we have drought or too much water or when it's really hot, whatever, right? So the changes in weather. So depend the way of the birds too, right? In recent years, scientists have watched an example of his theory unfold. Traits usually evolve over in evolve over a long period of time, right? In just about 20 years through one of Darwin's finches developed a small beak so that it could eat smaller seeds. In the past, it fed on seeds of different sizes. Then another species of finch came to the island and began eating all larger seeds. A drought also caused greater competition for existing food. The finches that had smaller breaks were better able to survive these changes. It was a perfect illustration of Darwin's theory of natural selection in the very same place had originally formed his theory. In conclusion about this paragraph or this page, we can find important characteristics, right? That you have to read, you have to understand, and about this you have to answer. So the classwork said different questions. And don't forget to write your name on the line. It's important, right? Circle the letter of the best answer of each question below. After observing the many species of finches, Darwin came to believe that they, option A, option B, option C, D, could not live anywhere outside of the Galapagos Island. Number 2, ate exactly the same foods, had the same type of beak, share a common ancestor. I'm going to repeat the question. After observing the many species of finches, Darwin came to believe that, I think it's option C, talking about beak, right? Or maybe, I don't know. What do you think? We're going to discuss in the meet this question, right? Big differences among the finches were a result of natural selection, differences in diet, breeding with another species of bird, both A and B. A big difference amongst the finches were a result of. Okay? Choose your option, choose your, what do you think about this question, right? And why? Write your answer on the lines below. What makes the Galapagos Island a unique place to do research? Right? What do you think? Your opinion, write it. You're not going to put me, yes, it's true. No, you're going to answer correct in the option in the question 4. What caused of Darwin's finches to develop a smaller beak in recent years, right? So you're going to answer the last one. You're not going to do it. Mr. Marvin, the last week in the 3rd class, put a video. I paused a video and you didn't comment. If you didn't make it, do it, please. Do it, please. Okay? I told you we're going to have the 3rd class is going to be a space. I'm checking the classwork and most of you didn't send the classwork. Okay? After Sunday, yesterday, the cost is not going to be the same. Okay? So you need to focus. You need to focus, okay? The only thing you do is to study. Focus, please. Don't lose the points in silly mistakes. Do it correct. This is my warning, so prepare. See you the next meet, and we're going to discuss these questions. Bye.